iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. We're outside FNB Stadium for the second time around as we preview this last round of fixtures in the Absa Premiership. Unbelievable that we are here, but we are here. But yeah, here we are. Kaizer Chiefs, Mamelodi Sundowns. It could be both of them. Unfortunately, it cannot be both of them. It could be either of them. Uzosala ne Nyembezi. Marage, it is what it is. That's the game. Your football. www.wsp.co.za. That's the website where you can put your money on some of these football matches, and of course, you have an opportunity to get 50 rands for free there when you open a new account. Voucher code yakona iDiskiTV. If you're having problems, as always, you stay there on WSP. You speak to them. They will be able to assist you. The links are in the descriptions. The terms and conditions apply. World Sports Betting. Bet with the best. So, okay, here we are. In terms of, I know we'll maybe shoot a video after everything is done where we review the whole season. Mara, were you impressed with the way football is? Were you happy? I mean, there was a lockdown and then there was an interruption. Were you happy when we returned? Did you want it to be cancelled at that time? Overall, Ibola Yagli season 2019-2020 uyibone njani?
Yes, football is about disturbed COVID-19. But looking back, I remember Maxase lockdown, no Chiefs 13 points, no one was recover. Yes, the Chiefs, they are champions and all of that. I want to say I respect Coach Tso and his boys and his technical team. I mean, Chiefs were leading with 13 points. And then they came from that 13 points to the same points with Kaizer Chiefs. It tells you that Sundowns, there's something good that they're doing. So now looking at where we are, I remember a couple of weeks, yes, the Chiefs, they still have it in their hands, but I think the last games will decide. I said the last two games, and yes, it goes to last game now. Hey, yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, I mean, this is where we are now. Maybe let's start with the Sundowns and the Black Leopards as well. Later on in the video, we'll also talk about Chiefs and Baroka, and we'll get your predictions for both matches as well. Leopards versus Mamelodi Sundowns. Black Leopards are at the bottom. Not necessarily. Polokwane City are, by all intents and purposes, they are, relegated because they have to win like 20-0 or something like that. Their goal difference is bad, so they are, by all intents and purposes, relegated. And then there's number 15 who goes to the playoffs. Now the fight there is between Leopards and Baroka mainly, but there's also cheaper on the horizon as well. They're not too safe. I think Amazulu are also not too safe as well. But let's talk about the Black Leopards. Where would they find the motivation to defeat Sundowns, and is that even possible tomorrow?
Unfortunately, with Leopard, they need points. Sundowns, they need points. And I don't see Leopards getting anything from Sundowns. Sundowns, they pick up at the right time. Yeah. Looking at the last game, they scored 3 goals, of which that game was supposed to end about 6. They had chances. They were denied another goal, of which was supposed to be 4-0. So it tells you that Sundowns, they are ready. They are ready for this. They know that they need to fight, and they are fighting. So, Leopard, look, they started very well coming back from the lockdown when Bawini Lama came up. They've won 2 games.
Even one recently they just defeated on Wednesday, Ebit versus as well, which is a very strong team.
Very, very strong team if it's after the Chiefs. Yeah. So, it tells you a good team. There's something good that they're doing. I think in Abo, the timing you're right for one, because unfortunately Sundowns so that this thing have been in so Sundowns they need it more than I think than Leopards. Yes, Leopards they need to win to survive. But looking at the way Sundowns if on a corner the previous game, they're picking up at the right time, and you can see what they still rising. And playing against pound to pound, they can match.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we go according to our block, looking at the defense of Sundowns, look at the defense of Leopard, look at the midfielders, look at the strikers, looking at the team. You won't get the structure of the team. We are born and already Sundowns, they've got power over Leopards. But let's not write them off. If they manage to upset if it's, then it means a good thing. Sundowns now, they need to be careful. Yeah.
Of course, we cannot escape the idea that it should be a 4 or 5-0 scoreline for Sundowns, and that's easy for me to say. It's easy. So in football, generally you score 1 or 2 goals over the 2 hours on average. Now, when a team needs to score 5, it's easy for a person like me to say they will not do it, because chances are they will not do it. They could do it because football is football. Why would Sundowns, or how can Sundowns score 4 goals tomorrow, or even 5 goals?
Ngulego, I always make example with the other big teams in the world. Bayern Munich, Barcelona 8. No one thought of that. Yes, some of us we knew what Barcelona can win. I mean, Bayern can win, but we never thought we would be a winner 8.
Was that embarrassing?
Yeah. So if Bayern Munich can beat Barcelona, the big team in the world, 8, going to Leopards and Sundowns, they are showing the signs of they can score more than 4 goals. If they didn't deny that goal, it be 4. Yeah. So it means they saying to you, we can score more than 4 goals. They're creating chances. The only thing is for them So look, it's Sundowns, they can get more than 5 goals against Leopard because of pound to pound in the players, individual brilliance, those combinations with midfielders and defenders and strikers. We are born ukuthi eshiman kunzima man kuleko really ukuthi singasho ukuthi Leopards ingayiviki induku. Hey, it's going to be difficult for them if Leopards really, I'm saying ukuthi they can get a point if really Nkulunkulu can be on their side. But looking at the way Sundowns, they working hard, they doing everything right. Hope with our referee, linesmen, they can be on spot on. Lapana Jomba Khutmanu Upra is a Tlalash Babe spot on. So if they can do that, Sundowns they will get more than 4 goals.
All right. Dobsonville Stadium is Dobsonville Stadium. As quite as we balega Leon Dobsonville Stadium could deny them the ability to play a football fluid and fluent and flowing that can allow them to score those goals. Have you seen in Dobsonville Stadium? What do you think of that stadium?
I was so disappointed because of the last time Dobsonville Stadium had a very beautiful pitch. So when I saw Sundowns Lapayana playing, and I remember Coach Tso was saying his people buy Lapana and fix the field. The reason why he wanted his people to go and fix the field, because Sundowns is a team that they play. And playing in that pitch, it gives them a disadvantage. So, but they have to deal with it, because it's not a permanent home for them. Yes. It's only for now. So I think going to tactics, certain things they will change for tomorrow's game because of the field, not because of the team itself. The team itself, if they will get a field right, Loftus or Moripe, look, there's nothing that we're gonna change. They will play the normal. Like, look at how they played the last game. They've scored 3 goals. They managed to create a lot of chances. It tells you if they get a good pitch, then they will display how good they are. But I think good game against the Leopards. Tactically, certain things they will need to change because the field is not in their favor.
Yeah. All right. Your prediction then: Black Leopards, Mamelodi Sundowns. Who do you think is going to win? What will be the scoreline?
Sundowns will win with 5.
5-0.
5-0, yeah.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Then that's Tso Vilakazi. I don't think that's going to happen, but it's football. It may happen. And even me, I don't think it's going to happen. Maybe I should go out there and put my money against that happening. www.wsb.co.za. That's the name of the website. You can bet during the match or even before the game. Sometimes it even helps to first see the starting lineup and then you can bet. Maybe you could see there are weaknesses, there are injuries as well. Go and make your money on World Sports Betting. Finally then, Kaizer Chiefs, Baroka Football Club. Baroka needing to get away from relegation. Kaizer Chiefs needing a 1 or 2-0 win for them is an easy thing. That's why I was a little bit critical as well. You're playing against 9 men. If you win by 2 or 3 goals, cheaper, you are making Sundowns having to win 7-0 or something like that, which is almost virtually impossible. So you had an opportunity there. But anyways, this is your platform. Baroka versus Kaizer Chiefs. Why would Baroka upset Kaizer Chiefs, whereas Kaizer Chiefs have been number 1 for a very long time?
Baroka, they always does that. Chiefs bias na but basinking in Baroka, most of the time they always beat Chiefs. Look, talking about the Chiefs, it's disturbing when Nkulego. Bahleli le phezulu, and then ask yourself ukuthi bahleli kanjani lapha phezulu. And uyabona ukuthi bahleli now sebasenza ukuthi after the game is cheaper. Now sebasenza ukuthi we must review all the games ukuthi really they didn't play a part. Now basenza ukuthi sicabang and then sifuna review ama game because what happened against cheaper erase ama flags amaningi. The equalizing goal, the 2 red cards. For me again the coach, it tells you the coach agana plans. He are playing for the game. I don't know Guti ushu select kanjani lineup yakho or bam selectela, I don't know, because Kulego, you want to win the league. You know very well if you win, it's Sundowns to win. The is of figure goal difference. Now this team they get a red card. You still sitting defending that 1 goal. They get another 2nd red card. You make changes. You put defenders. Please, man. Yeah. Please, man.
I think the counter argument, the counter argument from Chiefs fans, and it happens all the time, that they will write that in the comments. They've been number 1. They've been number 1. Well, that's their argument. I will never support what Mamelodi is doing personally, but that's their argument. It's a valid argument. They have been number 1, and they are getting to a point where they don't care whether it's destroying the players or it's at the expense of the confidence of the players. If Middendorp goes, he leaves a very depleted, confident team. Yeah, boy, teaming and confidence, but all they want is the league, and they keep on saying they've been number 1 and he's been on top. How do we explain why Middendorp is on top if he does not have plans, if he is so clueless?
Ngulego, you look at the boys the way they're playing, they will tell you the coaches involved or is the players that are taking decisions and they are creating their own combinations in the field of play. I'll make example again against let me make against cheaper. You could see the influence of the coach to players cheaper. The way they doing a build up from the back, you could see the influence of the coach. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Then let's look at the Chiefs. If we're saying we want to see the influence of the coach, Lapaya, the influence of the coach for me is those cross balls. That's all. And then now look at the players that you're having. I remember we always criticize Kevin Hunt. He's not playing good football, blah blah blah, Errol Bon, nan. Everyone is criticizing him. Now Middendorf, he's doing Futiana is worse because he's got all the powers to get any player that he wants. Chiefs is a big team. Right now, he's got players that can do the job for him. Lapaya. Bamdlalele kahle. Abongcobo bakhona, abo Plomba bakhona, abonchangase bakhona. It tells you ukuthi he's not a fan of ball players. So that's why it's so difficult for him to plan, because he doesn't have what he wants in terms of the bola lakhe lencwadi, the cross ball. Because in the Bayenza Chiefs, they just go wide and then put the cross. I mean, how can you have a team that doesn't have a creative midfielder? And then you proud about that team with Telepezul. Gulego. First round, everyone is still trying to find his feet. Sazama combination, Sazama Lapana, this player, Timbone, this player, Nani fitness. Everyone is trying a lot of things first round. That's when Umidon of Bamba Lenda came as Shani Amakross ball. Everyone saw Ugoti Badala Amakrosses. They're not doing a pillar. Equally Chiefs, you can't even see it. We want to say singing in a team. And then how about that? Mugurin Kaizer just we code Kanjan. And then Chiefs is a big team. We all know Guti Chiefs. Akona Mapol players in Kuleko. Not Guti Chiefs, they don't have. They do have Mapol players. We want to see those ball players. Why are they there? Why Baba Ting in the Payan? Baba Sanele in. So I don't know whether now now we're asking Uguti. Coach select the lineup manager or management select the lineup because for me, coach doesn't look as a coach who he's got the influence in terms of the team the way that they just taking chances. Look at Mator if it's cool. Look at how they started. Iporea Suga la center, Umator Sagala Papambi, they played long ball la Payana and then across goal. That was it. From there, Chiefs were nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be seen. Then there's one who see cheaper. They're doing everything. They're building up. You ask yourself, Guti, I complained about Manyama. I complained on Katsand. I complained on Park. Ngulego. If these three players they will play tomorrow, the Chiefs are told on the 2
All right, let's have a look at that then. Uguti, Kaizer Chiefs versus Baroka, your prediction of it, and why would Baroka win this game?
Baroka was a winner. Uguti at least be safe because they need to be safe. If anything happens in the party, but they know Bona would be safe. But anyway, I know very good Baroka is the Chiefs. But this game, me was a treater during the final. The Chiefs has my Baroka. You can ask them. Buyers let them with Baroka again. So now Baroka will do the very same thing. They'll go with that mind of Guti. You know what? It is a cup final for us because if we don't win this game, Tina, possibilities are we're gonna go to my playoffs. And my playoffs doesn't guarantee you that you'll come back.
Yeah.
So I doubt Guti, the chairman of Baroka will want to Guti the team La Pana Kuma playoffs.
Right. The final scoreline?
Score will be 2-1. Favor Baroka.
All right, www.wsp.co.za. That's where you can put your money if you are against Tso Vilakazi. Of course, also in the comments, you can give us your predictions for tomorrow. It's a big one tomorrow. We started shooting on the 15th of January. Pirates versus Mamelodi Sundowns. Pirates won that game 1-0 at Orlando. They were like 30 or 40,000 people there. Even 40,000 people watching our very first match day video on iDiskiTV. So we thank you very much for being with us on this journey. And you are allowed as well to disagree. I know most of the time you disagree a lot. And sometimes you ask yourself whether or not people had been watching the same game for the 2 hours, not 5-minute highlights, for the 2 hours that we watched the games as well, for them not to see some of the stuff that we are seeing. But anyways, be that as it may, it is your platform. These are your football clubs. Tomorrow, may the best men win. 064-525-0513. We're also available on Facebook as well. You can like and follow us there. Thank you very much for watching.